All right, hello everybody. We are setting up for hole number 6 now. I'm going to put a Kingmaker back on. That's probably going to be the ball that I'm going to go for here. Let me just clear out one more chest. I'm assuming that I'm going to at least win one more match intentionally. So, I don't know if I'm going to make it this hole though. Jeez. So, one of the things to keep in mind, in the short times that I have played this hole, I know the green's drivable. With that in mind, though, if you roll off the back of this green here, even by, say, 3 yards, it rolls down the hill into the water. So I have already done that once or twice. So you do want to keep that in mind. And the approach that we are going to go is going to be far more aggressive. And let me just show you what the far more aggressive approach entails. It entails going through these trees, and you can see you have, 1 or 2 rings of error, but you can't really, kill the ball. And you got to land more, towards this left tree with some right curl. So you're going to see me kind of pick that as my target line, right around, 5 rings, more or less. And I'm just trying to, visualize and curl back here. And of course, I can't get carried away with my power because, like I said, you cannot go long here. But that is going to be the approach that you see me take. It's going to be, and I did pull it off. So let's see. In fact, you are going to get to see just barely rolling over the green and down the hill, down the cliff. So there you're seeing, and the opposite you need to worry about as well. So the opposite, you can't land short. You can't stop short either, because you get on the green too much to the left, and then you can't get the putt to the hole. So 2 of these factors, and you could see that ball was not coming in hot at all. If there was any real backstop there at all, it was only 2-3 yards over the green. It wasn't very much. It would have stopped very momentarily after hitting that fringe. So it did not go over the cliff by very much. That just shows you how tender you have to be on this hole. This is going to make or break a lot of rounds, I can already tell you, just from the setup. The safe shot is going to be to, that's going to be a nice one. I prefer, if at all possible, making it over to the right, where it's a little bit shorter. So I'm going to show you that shot as well. This is another shot that I've kind of grown to love a little bit. So here you're going to see me, I'm going to take off one of my top spins. I like coming at, instead of where that guy just went, I like going more towards the bunker here. So here you're going to see me land it right here. I'm going to set up right here, and then I'm going to play almost 1 per ring. So here you'll see me go right around 8 rings there for my adjustment. No power. And just kind of, land it in between the trees, in between the bunkers, and just kind of skip, do a skip shot. And go more towards the green here. And what I like about this method, it kind of sucks about the wind being angled, but it leaves you a far shorter shot than this guy has. So, in my opinion, it's a little bit easier shot. And of course, I don't really recommend the front spin shot up the hill here. I usually do mine, when I've done this in the past, on past holes, is I do it with side spin. Not side spin, but like no spin, and just kind of bring it in. So it seems like every time we play a tournament here, it's a side wind. So you always have to, just kind of side door it almost into the cup. I don't do the backspin. I don't do the top spin. I just kind of do no spin, and then just kind of, figure out how many rings you need to adjust. And it's always a little bit more than whatever max is. And one of the things you can do here, especially when you get in here tight, it's a little bit hard with this wind. Putting on a little bit higher wind resistance ball will make things easier. But if you can, get this calculation down, I'm going to set up for about 7 rings, but you can do a dunk shot here. And here you're going to see right around 7 rings for a 9. And it's going to be close. I don't know if I'm going to nail it or not. Like I said, you know, it can be kind of a tricky shot, and there's a great ball to the left. That almost cost me, but did not, because it looked like it was trying to sneak over to the left there a little bit too much. But you can see, you know, the dunk is going to be a possibility. Of course, we do not need to draw, so I'm just going to go ahead and give this guy the win outright. And I will just change my birdie to bogey. So there you see that. And I'm glad that I was able to show you. Well, you actually got a variety of options there. So you're going to get to see all the methods that you want to try. You can see how risk-reward going for the top spin driver is, because, like I said, you have very little margin of error. You saw how slow my ball was coming in. It was not coming in fast and all by any account. Like, it was only gonna, you know, even when I go for a dunk from like short iron, there's sometimes that it stays up on the fringe, and there's other times, even with full backspin, if it just gets on the backside of that hill, it'll just slow roll into the water. So keep that in mind if you do decide to go for that. Of course, you saw the left method and you saw the right method. So you get 3 different methods with this video. So a very nice tutorial for you. I encourage you to, you know, focus on all 3 shots and just kind of make a decision from there what you feel more comfortable with. You do not have to go for the dunk like you just saw me do. You can still land it right on the front of the green with a little bit of backspin and still make it. The way that I do that shot, if you don't go for the dunk and still take my line for that second time, I usually do about 2 backspin, land it right on the front edge of the green. And aside from that, I'll play the hops very tight to the hole. So that third hop, you're going to see kind of right in front of the hole, because I don't want the ball to stop. So you want to encourage the ball to, you know, kind of hop on the hole or hop right in front of the hole to where you're not going to miss the shot. So you need to be a little cautious with that if you are going to, you know, the pitch, especially with a side wind, you know, if it's a little bit more angled straight, you'll see me just kind of go for the, you know, the pitch, because it, in my opinion, the pitch becomes a little bit easier. Whereas in that case, I felt the dunk and the pitch were probably equally as likely to make, because it is a side wind, and side winds are very hard to play for pitches. Very, very hard. And that's one of the reasons that I like to take the distance down to where I have to go less rings as opposed to where you saw that guy on the left have to do. So keep that in mind, and be on the lookout for hole number 7. We're going to tackle that one next. So good luck out there.